going on, y'all? This your boy, Riv, R-I-V, whole name River with 2 R's. That's for the boy Darius. Hey, man, I'm not there. The boy was lucky enough to get tickets to Game 4, NBA playoffs, Chi-Town versus the Celtics. My lady got the tickets. Shout out to my Mexican. This the thing. It's a bittersweet experience for me because Rondo ain't playing. He got a fractured thumb or something, Kobe would have played. But that's something totally else. You don't need to worry about all that. I'm here to just give my contribution to the show. For all my fans out there that might have been like, dang, Rev ain't gonna be there, don't worry. I got you. I got you all. Don't three of y'all, however many it is. But look, a couple things I'm just touch on real quick. I'm gonna start with the big news, the thing that really dominated the headlines about the Cleveland killer, This guy, man, this guy, Suge Knight's uncle. I don't know who he is. He looked like Suge Knight. I don't know. Suge Day. Can we call him Suge Day? Let me tell you what Suge Day did. This man, he's going around just shooting random people, I guess he was going through something with his ex or something that I read, going through some problems. But the crazy part is how he got caught. They say the man got caught at McDonald's. They said, he stopped at McDonald's. And I guess, they made him wait or something. Hey, we going to have some hot fries coming up. You want to pull to the side or something? Or maybe, do one of the strawberry shake. You can't be just ordering shakes at McDonald's anytime. I don't know. Look, you're a Cleveland killer. I don't know, man. You on the run. People is out. They out for you right now, man. They got everybody out. They got dogs out. They got Dora the Explorer. Like, it's people that's looking for you, man. And you stop at McDonald's to see if the McRib is back? Come on, man. Like, come on. You deserve to get caught. And shout out to them McDonald's workers. Shout out to them for, doing what they did to get him, in that position. I mean, I know he didn't get caught in the sense of that he alive because he took his life. But, they got him, caught. Got him in a jam, So here's another reason they gonna use for why they should be making like $15 to $18 an hour. I agree. Right now, shit, cops, government officials, feds, FBI, whatever, none of these people can find this dude. And you got the fry guy, you know what I'm saying? Or you got the person on the drive-through that's Suge Day. That look just like Suge. I think that's Suge Day. So, hey, McDonald's, get your money, you know what I'm saying? Get your money. What else? Speaking of things ending, we got relationships ending, Carmelo and Lala, I just see things. I don't try to judge people. You could do what you want, but, I often wonder why when you got a lot of money, why certain people with a lot of money still walk around all bummy looking, don't keep up with their hair and stuff. It's like, man, you making money. Like, I ain't saying you got to have jewelry and everything, but, why ain't you at least got a haircut? I don't know. But he been looking real rough. And I thought it was because of the stuff he going through with Phil Jackson. Because, if you guys don't follow sports like that, Carmelo Anthony played for the New York Knicks and Phil Jackson been in the media just kind of not slandering his name, but just saying, they can do without him. He's a ball stopper. Woo. So he's basically trying to trade him, but, Carmelo has a no-trade clause in his contract. That's basically what it is. So I'm like, man, so when I seen Carmelo on the bench at the end of the regular season, I'm like, man, he looking kind of rough. I'm like, this thing really having a toll on him. But I see that wasn't what it just was. I see he was going through some things behind the scenes with Lala. So it's looking like that they done. Which is crazy because, I don't know. I just go from what I read. So I'm going to say allegedly, he knocked up some chick, he had some side chick or something. That's what I read. I don't know. We'll see. But if that's the reason, you know what I'm saying? Can you imagine that conversation, him having to tell Lala that he just got somebody, knocked up? And the funny part is he probably thought he had a valid argument too. Like he telling her hey, you played a role in this too, Lala. I ain't the only person that cheated. You cheated first, actually. And she was like, that was a TV show. I didn't really cheat on Power, you idiot. So, you know what I'm saying? That probably was a funny conversation, But Oh, the Aaron Hernandez. This will be the last topic I touch on. I don't know, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know, buddy. So I don't know if he was suicidal. I know one thing. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out now that's happened. They said there was some stuff written on his head. They said it was all these letters he had to like his daughter or something, and like his gay lover. Like they saying all this stuff. Is like, do you know how much BS you could put on somebody's name after they die? And they not there to defend themselves, so you can just say anything. They saying a lot about this guy. So let me tell y'all something. If y'all ever find me anywhere, and it's looking like I committed suicide, I didn't. Don't believe it. Somebody is setting me up. Please put that shit together. Figure that shit out. Blues Clues, goddammit. Blues Clues. Just figure this shit out. Figure out who killed me, because I didn't do it to myself. I don't care what's written on my forehead or nothing. And y'all know I love women, so it ain't gonna be nothing with no gay lover. You know I'm the biggest lesbian around, so none of that. Y'all cut all that shit out. I don't want to go out like Aaron Hernandez. Y'all don't lie on me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But anyway, I love each and every one of y'all. I know y'all gonna have a fantastic podcast. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to hear it. Hopefully we get this W tonight. Go Bulls all day. And I'll holla at y'all.
All right, Point of All Podcast, episode number 6. Are we at 6 right now?
Yes, sir.
6. What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, Billy Ellis, a.k.a. the 5-Foot Assassin, a.k.a. the Black Teddy Ruxpin, a.k.a. B.E. And here with me, to my right, Freddie with 1D.
Yeah, normally that's what River said, but I figured I'd take his place for today.
And here to my left right now, Mac 2.
Yep, Mac 2 in the building. We back, people.
We back. We finally back. And my brother, of course, Darius, what's going on?
Nothing.
Angry. Just angry. Oh, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. What's going on, people? We've been gone for, what, about a week? 2 weeks?
It's been some time.
About a couple weeks. It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's been a long time. Yeah. Shit left you. What how to dope podcast? Podcaster?
I don't know if
I think you just messed those lyrics up completely.
I didn't know that wasn't planned. How was everybody's Easter?
Oh, it was lovely.
It was just another day for me.
Yeah.
Just another day.
No, we had to work, so I just got off work.
Yeah, me and Darius had to work.
Spent time with the family.
What y'all end up doing?
Nothing. By the time I got home, everybody was out of Easter clothes, and we just kind of sat around, and it was like a normal night at the end of the night. So.
Mike, so you getting into anything?
Yeah, man. Just spent time with my baby on Easter.
Yeah.
Brought her around some of the family that they don't get to see her that often, or haven't got to see her yet. So that was always good. That's definitely good. Just spending the holidays with my little one, enjoying some family time, and
that's what's up,
and everything like that, and let her play around and be happy.
There you go. Did anybody cook? Anybody cook around?
I had some healthy choice. I put it in the microwave and
healthy choice.
Food, yeah.
I went to a couple of cookouts, family was doing and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't personally cook, but no, yeah.
That is good. I had a somewhat of a normal day that day, Easter. That night, I ended up going to the movies that night, right? We went to go see Fate of the Furious.
Yeah, the last Fast and Furious.
Yeah, the last one that it came out. Shout out to...
the most recent one that just came out, because it probably ain't the last one.
Oh, of course not. We going straight to 18, baby.
I hope so. It need to be the last one.
No, not the money they just made. That's why I said shout out to them. They just made $500 million
It ain't about the money. It's about the quality they put
of the
now.
first week.
But I mean, if they get, like they keep saying, if they get enough people to keep paying all this money to go see them opening day, then they're gonna keep.
That was weekend.
Like, how many more storylines can they come up with though?
A lot.
Who else
They can come up with a lot.
Who else can turn? Who else can get kidnapped? Who else can?
And that was my thing about the whole
And this
thing.
movie
Anyway,
started off about racing. Do they still race?
Yeah,
They don't-
They still race.
They
still
were
race.
saving the world.
They started out the movie with a race.
can
ain't
I
seen it yet.
can I tell you about the?
But they're doing a
fucking
spinoff.
race?
So.
I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it either.
You have not
alert.
seen it yet.
I ain't seen
Spoiler
it yet.
alert.
Spoiler alert! Who have not seen this yet, and I'll pre-warn you at the show description and info. We went to the 840 show. I know that distinctly. We went in there at 840. The trailer started. We seen the trailers for the Alien movie. The what else trailer we see?
A lot of things.
Yeah.
The Mexican dating what was it? Dating.
Oh
Mexican
yeah, How
or-
to Be a Latin Lover. We seen
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that was a pretty good trailer.
I'm gonna go see that.
The only reason why I bring that up because we went in there in 840 it started. The trailer started. The trailers didn't end until 9:10. We had 30 minutes. Did you notice that we had 30 minutes?
I wasn't even paying attention to be honest with you.
We had 30 minutes of trailer. Mind you, we didn't get out that thing until like 11:40 at night. That we seen this trailer too. I don't even know if that is snatched. I think.
They not looking at the TV.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We got
That's a cutout moment.
Yeah, I won't cut this out. It's whatever. That movie should have been called Fast and the Furious. That's impossible. That because every 2 minutes it was something about how are you doing that?
I mean, that's possible. If you shoot a missile at me and then we on ice, I could possibly get out the car and direct it somewhere else.
These mofos are superheroes.
That's
now.
possible.
No, it's not possible. None of that. None of it's impossible.
It's all about the scenario, though. Like I said, it's the scenario. Anything can be possible in the right scenario.
So I'm not giving anything away when I say that at the beginning of the movie there's a race scene, just like you said. Dom, Vin Diesel, he's in Cuba. We in Cuba?
Yeah, he was in Cuba.
I mean, and since last year we Americans couldn't get into Cuba until last year.
We should go to Cuba, guys.
We should.
They treat blacks down there like kings.
We look like them. We look like them.
So yeah, him and Michelle, the two there in Cuba. He's racing this guy, pre-knowing that this car is going to burn up because something with the engine. The engine was going to burn up. He knew it. Bless you. So he races this guy. He wins, of course, but before he wins, the car is in flames.
Literally
in flames. And he's still racing. At the end of it,
driving in reverse.
he puts it in reverse and wins the race in reverse on fire.
While on flames, yeah.
The dude,
All possible.
the dude has racing him. He said, "That's impossible." I said, "That should have been the subtitles." And you looked at me too. You looked at me too. I was like, I already know what this movie is about. But overall, the movie is okay, I guess. I fell asleep on it like several times. I had to watch it a second time at home.
Can't be that great then. Sure.
Well, it was late, so, and I'm old.
That ain't an excuse. I've seen plenty of midnight releases and be tired, but I'll stay up the whole entire time because the movie will get you disengaged. So.
I see that. But no, I went ahead and watched it at home, and it was okay. When did Ludacris become a nerd?
Oh, like a tech?
He always been a techie, like
No,
But he was transitioning
Second,
more.
this
They
Too Fast and
transitioned
Too
him
Furious.
more into like a technical guy. What was that? Fast.
That was
It's so
Fast
many.
Five. That was Fast Five.
I be forgetting, but
that was
when
Fast Five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he started getting real technical, knowing all the vaults and all that, the information.
I guess Ludacris is so cool in the second movie. Like he
was
Wait,
tech-
why
was
he
tech-
not cool? Because
He was
he's
tech
technical.
before that too, though. Because when they was in Brazil, he was tech at that point.
I'm
too.
talking about Too Fast, Too Furious when we first seen him.
But wait, what's not cool about knowing information, you know.
He wasn't like that before. This dude knew about just cars and
because that's what the movie used to be about. It ain't used to be about.
It ain't about the cars.
It used to be about.
It really
about
ain't.
Espionage and like turncoats and saving America,
hacking stuff,
secrets and bombs and all.
God's eye.
This used to be about drag racing.
No, it used to be about stealing VCRs and DVDs and radio parts.
Yeah, like
that. How did we come from stealing DVDs and radio parts to?
They might be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy.
Tyrese being mad because he's number 11 on the FBI most wanted list.
Well, it's all evolution.
I can't.
I'm cool. I'll see it when I see
People
it.
People don't stay in the same thing.
I tell you what, I get off of it.
Can't be boosting radio parts and stuff like that all your life.
I guess.
Yeah, you gotta
in order to get to where you want to go.
Paul Walker is missed on this movie. Like that was the main reason why I watched it. Paul Walker is missed in this movie like tremendously. That's number one. That's what you notice. Han is very like he's missed in this too. Giselle too. Like
I mean, he knows in the next movie they might bring Han back. Shit.
They might bring Han back. Oh, that's true. Why do we have Jason Statham in our group now? Spoiler alert! And he killed Han.
If ain't nobody see this movie, like you just giving shit away.
I'm going to put it in the show description. I'm sorry, and I didn't really give the big detail why Dom has turned on the family. That's the only reason why I didn't want to see the movie in the first place. I won't give that up. Y'all go watch it yourselves.
They ain't got to no more.
River is not here this week, but
Isaiah Thomas will get to the whole anytime we want to.
Unfocused over there. Unfocused.
Obviously.
I turned the mic on.
We over here watching the playoffs.
Yeah, we are.
This is kind of why River ain't here with us today. He got tickets to the game.
Yes, sir.
Bulls versus the Seattle.
No.
I'm sorry, the
Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics. I'm not sure what I'm saying Seattle for, but yeah. So he's over there right now watching it. We trying to see if we can find him on TV.
Yeah, we already trying to find him right now. We can't find him, but it's game 4 right now, and we're losing and
2-1 lead.
Yeah, so
that's why you should have went for LeBron. You wanted to be losing by now.
We not really worried about LeBron right now.
Go Cleveland.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. But
shout out to Brian.
Shout out to Brian. But yeah, he closed out the series with Indiana. How'd y'all feel about the series right now?
I mean, it was obvious who was going to win from the beginning. Indiana has pieces, but it's just not really that good. Paul George is gone at the end of the season.
Paul George is definitely gone after this one.
Yeah, he's gonna.
I feel like he's going to the Clippers.
Has he not been the same since his injury? Because I remember before his injury, he was killing it.
He's been better.
I believe he's been better since he came back from injury.
Yeah.
It's just that a lot of, he's not doing it and nobody ain't really getting much from anybody else. They got dumbass Lance Stevenson, who I hate.
How do you hate Lance? Lance is funny, yo.
Lance Stevenson is one of my most hated players in the NBA. Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly too.
I hate them players.
I think he's known more for his personality.
Yeah, he's known more for his antics on the court than. I mean, and Lance Stevenson, I've followed him since high school. I think he's from Staten Island.
Mm-hmm.
And I've followed him since high school. He went to Cincinnati. I mean, he's always been a good player. He just kind of erratic, man. He could.
He'll blow in your ear. I know that for a fact.
He's one of the players that when he's on, he's on. When he's helping out, when he's actually contributing, he's doing his thing. But when he's not, he's making dumbass passes, dumb mistakes, goofy turnovers. It's like when he's helpful, he's helpful. When he's not, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
He does that.
Man, you talking about the little pieces, man. We got to get to the point of it all. Who gonna take home the championship? And I'm saying Bron.
You saying Bron?
Bron. But you know what?
I don't know.
I believe if Golden State makes it up there, I believe
if they
might take it. Because Durant, it's expected. It was expected this year that since with the additional Durant,
so
that they were gonna get
it. We respect that matchup repeat from last year.
Yeah, I believe that.
If Houston and I feel like on my heart of hearts that Houston is going to beat San Antonio Spurs. Spurs used to be my team, still kind of my team, but I think Houston is still edge-wise, I think they're going to get them out of there. And Golden State and Houston, they're just going to battle it out up to like 7. Golden State going to get it. And it's going to be Cleveland and Golden State. Be honest with you.
I wouldn't totally count out San Antonio. In my opinion, Kawhi Leonard is the second best player.
He is.
Like that dude, I love Kawhi Leonard. He does everything on the floor. And when you have more steals than fouls in your career, like that says a lot. That's not. I mean, that says a whole lot about.
He really coming to his own until like last year, or the year before last.
After the last year they won,
yeah,
you know, and he won. I think it was one of the finals. It was Finals MVP, right?
Yeah, it was. Yep.
You know, that next year is like he took off. He's quiet. He's humble. He just go out there and he worked. I wouldn't count Spurs out completely.
When you got mentors like Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant, I like your skill is gonna like upgrade tremendously.
You got a coach like Greg Popovich
and Greg Pop, of course. But I don't know. Aaron Hernandez, which has been going on the past 2 weeks right now. Just for one, he beat the case of that murder case. It was a double murder case. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that happened last week while we were, we were out, and not even a day or two later.
Next day.
I think it was the next day. It was a week.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like it was a couple days? A couple days after that, it was reported that he committed suicide, and I say reported with total because we have a whole bunch of shit going on, like conspiracy theories and.
But give the people a layout of why he was even.
Okay. First off, well, he had the double murder case, but prior to that, he was already facing a murder case, and he was serving that. He was serving
a life sentence for killing Odin Lloyd.
Yes.
A friend of his back in 2013.
Correct.
He serving a life sentence. He got hit with a double murder charge that he got off on.
He didn't have nothing to do with.
He I believe he did that one too, but
I think he had his other guys do that.
Now he got off on the double murder. Then about a week later, he killed himself. He was supposedly about to appeal the murder rap that he caught for killing Lloyd in 2013. According to his lawyer, he said that they had a pretty good chance of
winning.
Yeah, winning the case and actually him being released.
Yeah, I did hear that too.
Then he committed suicide. You have people that don't believe he committed suicide. You got people that believe he committed suicide. You got people that don't care.
What do you believe? I don't care what you believe.
Me personally, I look at the facts that have came out so far. What we know is that he hung himself in his cell. He left 3 notes, 3 suicide type notes.
Yep, that's true.
One to his fiance, one to his daughter, and there's been conflicting reports about who the third one has been to. I've heard that the third one is to the public. I've heard that the third one is to his mother. I've heard that the third one is to a gay lover that he may have had in prison.
That's the one I heard. That's the one I heard. I heard it was a booty warrior.
And I actually also heard that there's someone that was really close to Hernandez. I guess they won't release his name or what his relationship was to him. That's actually on suicide watch. That was the last person to see Hernandez alive before he killed himself. He's on like eyeball suicide watch.
Oh shit!
So it could be true. I've heard reports. A lot of stuff has been coming out the past couple of days. I've heard reports that Hernandez may have killed Lloyd because Hernandez was secretly gay.
Secretly gay. Right. I did hear about that.
That's just a rumor at this point. We don't know if that's true.
Did y'all hear that?
There's so many gay rumors out there. I've
been reading up on the situation. Like I said, what we do know is that he hung himself in the cell. He wrote John 3:16 on his forehead. He also had the verse of John 3:16 open in his Bible. He stuffed cardboard underneath the door so nobody was able to get in.
This was
also he coated the floor with soap so that if he tried to put his feet on the ground, like I guess, kind of chicken out.
Yeah,
he
just
slipped. So
Jesus Christ.
I also read that he's known that
Darius got the whole scoop.
he's known that he's gonna kill himself. You know, he's been telling people, he's been giving away some of his belongings, you know, whatever. So it's something that he actually planned. I read that his daughter, he did it because she's able to get, you know, money off of it.
That's the one if I feel like it was a conspiracy theory, that's the one I feel like that's true.
But that's not so much a conspiracy theory. That's something that really could happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's something that really could happen.
When he beat that case, people feel like, and I can feel that way also, that he just wanted to see his daughter one more time, say bye to her, because she was there in the courthouse, bless you, and you know, say bye to her one more time, and you know, I'm gonna leave you this money, and you know, I know I'm not going to get about this money.
They don't have the money yet.
Not yet.
They don't have the money yet. They
not yet.
Go through a whole process to try to.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
Now she does have his pension. Reason being, and what a lot of people know, some people don't know, if you're playing the league for 3 years or more, you are able to get a pension. She can't touch that until she's 18 years old. But you know, she does get his pension from when he was in the NFL. Aside from all of that, how we feel about the situation. Personally, I do believe he committed suicide. I don't believe it's some conspiracy theory. I don't believe that he was set up. I don't believe that he was killed.
I don't think so either.
I believe that it may have been calculated. It may have been something that he really thought about. I mean, the dude he was a sociopath. Like, let's keep it honest. Like Aaron Hernandez was a bad apple.
He was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not a lot of people realizing it too. That the murder case.
Nobody realized Aaron Hernandez was about that life until after, you know, after he was in jail and the reports came out.
Right.
You know, about things that had happened in his past, and I mean everything from failing drug tests before he came to the NFL to pictures of him with guns and
you know they were gonna dig that up.
All type of stuff came up. You know what I'm saying? Once that he caught that case, but I don't believe it's any kind of conspiracy theory. I don't believe that he was set up. I think that it was calculated. I think he really did plan it out. You know, and maybe he met his maker. You know, before he did what he did, he found peace.
Oh, he definitely found peace with it because I myself could not do that.
No, and you got to be in a, you know, and to do something like that, you have to be in a really either fucked up state of mind or really peaceful state of mind to where you're okay with the decision that you're about to make.
And like me, I believe in the afterlife. I believe in, you know, what I believe. I just couldn't do it. Like I couldn't take my life, and you just, I don't know.
There's no place in heaven for people that commit suicide.
And that's what I feel like.
But how do we know that? How do we know that for sure?
I mean, it's just faith in the word of God.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty much it. That's all we really can base it off of. I mean, but me personally, I mean, I understand even if that's really the case, that if he really did commit suicide, I mean, I'm kind of 50-50 on it as far as if I believe he did or if it was actual some type of intent to do by somebody else in the prison system. Because to me, for somebody that's you just now finna get that freedom back of getting out of prison. You just beat a murder rap and about to be acquitted of another. So you're about to get that freedom. You're about to be able to leave prison. You're about to be able to.
He might get off that other one.
Right. He might be able to get out of that one. But even if he did, it probably would have been a shorter time that he would have to spend. But then you have that opportunity of seeing your daughter again and your fiance again. And getting back to trying to live a normal life. Now, granted, you're not going to be able to live the type of lifestyle that you was able to do when you got into the NBA.
NFL.
Well, NFL, excuse me. Because once even if you were proven not guilty of those crimes, that is still something that lingers over your head, period. And most people are not going to want to hire you. So most major associations like the NFL are not going to want to sign you, even knowing that you've acquitted these. You know,
he would have never played another.
Right, he would have never.
Oh no,
he would
no.
have never been able to play another game again ever at that point.
That's true.
And whatever contract he had with the team, that probably would have been null and void at that point. So he wouldn't have got no income with that. And it's hard to try to find anything to work outside of that that's going to pay you a good amount of money. You're going to be pretty much stuck making minimum wage. So so
you just broke it all down.
right, but I mean, I get you thinking, possibly leaving money for your child and everything like that because you're really not gonna be able to get it nowhere else. But at the same time, I think your daughter, when she gets older, she's gonna wish that she had her father, not the money.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, yeah,
because again, she's not gonna get that money until like you're saying, pretty much until she's like 18. So you're talking about from now all the way till she's 18, she's gonna miss out on not having her father. Period. And those years don't money doesn't make up for that, no matter how much you try. And that's gonna cause her a lot more trauma getting through life. In general, you're not gonna have your father figure there. You're not gonna have the right the man to look up to or nothing like that. You're gonna pretty much be learning everything on your own besides whatever your mother can tell you. So you can say I'm a little 50-50 on it.
Now,
based off of the
details, though, if I can't say from his shoes, but I'm just trying to put myself in those shoes. If I was a guy who had a troubled past and I just thought shit of myself because of this past, and I could help the situation with my kids by just eliminating myself from the situation, maybe not to say me per se, but if I put in shoes like that, maybe I would make that sacrifice. Mm-hmm. If, like I said, somebody who just don't think, even when they got out, that they could be beneficial. Mm-hmm. Maybe they just want to help in some other way.
Right, and that might be the way he felt he would be more beneficial like to the life of his daughter. He might feel like
your mind is in a real fucked up place to do something like that, so maybe he was thinking...
And maybe if he felt like he wasn't the ideal father figure for his daughter, but this would be the best way he could be a father figure for her was to be kind of not in her life, so to say, to probably influence her in the wrong way. But let me at least help make your life easier.
A little bit easier, right?
Financial stability,
right? Older. So,
and I mean, at the same time, like I said, I personally believe if he didn't pull the trigger himself on the double murder, he knew who did it or he had something to do with it. He orchestrated it because the dude was like a kingpin, low key, that we didn't even know.
We didn't even know,
like a gangster,
a
crime boss.
I swear I didn't know.
I mean, even after he got off, think about it. He could have you never know what somebody's thinking. It could have literally been eating away at him, and he figured you know what, I believe it was calculated. I believe that, like I said, I believe he committed suicide, but I believe that he really did his research and he looked into things first about even the possibility of his family being able to get the remaining money from that contract.
I think he took the proper precautions as to what's in my contract, what if.
But you gotta have something good enough proof to know that's a guarantee, because when it comes to the legal, any companies have a way of getting out of certain stuff. Point blank period. I mean, their lawyers just are going to be just as good as any lawyer that Aaron Hernandez had.
Michael Vick tried it and it didn't work.
Yeah, that's true.
He tried it.
He did try it. Yeah,
and it didn't work. But I mean, I don't want to be on the subject too long because it's negative. But man, like I said, it's a weird case. I mean, I can see why people
Freddie.
Have they?
I mean,
have they conspiracy theories? Because people always, and people kill me with first thing they didn't hear none of the facts, none of the details, nothing. He didn't commit suicide. That's it.
Automatically when they heard it, they're
wait till the details come out and then voice come up with an opinion about it. But it hadn't been out for an hour. People already made memes about it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And it's kind of we're the only people that do that too. Come up with the whole conspiracy. It's just let that shit play out. Once we find the details out, then let's give our opinions on it. But pretty much we just assume and stuff. And we all knows what happens when you assume. You just stupid.
But that's how the saying goes. It's way more stupid people than there are intelligent. So
when you hear something, you're gonna. 9 times out of 10, people are gonna react to it. Either they're gonna believe it or not. There's a lot of fake shit out there, though. I can see why they say it. Hell, when The Facebook kill, and I'll just just put it out there. The Facebook kill that happened like last week. When they seen the shooting, and by God, I tried my best to not to see that video.
I didn't watch it.
I watched it.
I started. I'm not gonna lie. I started to watch it, but as I'm watching it and I'm knowing what's about to happen, I turned it off. Like I'm like, I'm cool, and like we might as well just get into that topic. Now because I mean. That sucks. That was a terrible situation. Steve Stevens, that was his name, right? Steve.
Yeah, the guy that killed him.
I hope you rot in hell. Mm-hmm. I have nothing at all nice to say about you. You are a coward, and I don't even think you deserve to kill yourself. That's how I really feel about it. I feel like it was selfish of you to kill yourself. I wanted to see you go to trial and rot in prison for the rest of your life and get beat up in prison, get raped in prison. I wanted all that to happen.
You wanted to get raped too?
I wanted everything bad that could have happened to happen to this dude for doing what he did. For killing that innocent old man. That shit was pathetic.
And y'all didn't even see the video.
I didn't care to see it.
Which makes it worse. I seen it.
I didn't need to see it.
I don't even feel like people should see that. Like, people don't understand when you see something so fucked up, it can really affect your mind. You might not know it affect your mind, but seeing something that graphic will affect you in some way.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't want to see that shit.
Rest in peace to Robert Goodwin Sr.
We pray for his family. But yeah, that shit is sick, man. And like, it makes me mad because that could have been anybody's grandfather. That could have been anybody's father just minding their business. And because your girlfriend broke up with you and you wanted to be a bitch about the situation.
On Easter Sunday of all days.
Like, you wanted to be a bitch about the situation. You decided to take some innocent man's life.
Dog, it was a pussy move because your mother didn't answer the phone. Your ex-girl didn't. It's sad that I know your ex-girl's name, Joy Lane. It's sad that I know that because videos of after the death and all that, I seen the videos and whatnot of who the woman was that he was, his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend. I don't know what it is actually. But I know her name. I know his mother's name. All of it because he was doing videos on the street. They won't talk to me. And that's the thing about it too. Like, that was a pussy move what you did. It was pussy. It was a bitch move what you did. You picked a random guy. Like, I mean, I'm not even talking about the 12, 15 people that you allegedly killed. And I don't think that is not even the case. Even though everybody thought that was real also. Just knowing that he was walking from Easter Sunday from his family and, minding his business and going home. Just, I don't know, man. I just imagine it's part of my family, man. And I see them guys walking down the street. You know what I mean? And I don't know.
And then you took your fat ass to McDonald's.
Yeah. And then
you ended up getting caught. Shout out to the McDonald's employees that was
able to notice him and stall him enough for the police to arrive. And McDonald's and the police or whoever definitely should pay that person that reward.
That $50,000. Yeah, they definitely deserve that.
They definitely deserve that.
Yeah.
And them raises from McDonald's definitely need to be coming directly from the corporation themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Issuing them raises for them employees for that. Because in a situation like that, situations like that, sometimes the employees actually get fired for stepping into certain things like that. Mm-hmm. This is why they can't do certain stuff like if somebody was to rob the store, you can't leave the store to chase them down to get the money back. You just have to let them take the money. So certain stuff like that, they would have got fired for. So the fact that these employees didn't even think of that, they just felt like they noticed that that's who that was, and their first instinct was to stall him. Yeah. And call the police at the same time so they can get him enough time to arrive.
They called him in Philly, right?
This was in Philly.
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah.
That's why they called him that.
Yeah, so shout out to that employee.
And after like a standoff for a little while, he ended up killing himself. Like I said,
a standoff. It was a little chase.
And he just pulled over and
he pretty much, once he was cornered, basically, and like not too much longer after that, he just pretty much just pulled out the gun and executed himself in his car.
Well, I try not to speak ill of dead, but he deserved he didn't even deserve to kill him. He ain't deserve to go out like that. He deserved to go out by the police. I don't care.
He can spend eternity in hell though, so I mean that's gonna be
like I hope he right. I hope he burning like for all of his all of eternity. That shit is sad, man. That sucks.
You know, I was talking to somebody though, and it's funny we mentioned this now because we were talking about this a couple days ago. This girl I was talking to, and I was talking about the murder and whatnot from Robert Goodwin, and she was like, I feel bad for it, but I'm like at this point I'm kind of what's the word, desensitized? Meaning,
is he using the right?
I am using
right word.
I am.
I believe so.
Yeah, she was desensitized about the whole thing, meaning she didn't feel any. I mean, not to say she didn't feel any remorse or anything like that, but she felt like, well, that's just another killing. It's going to happen tomorrow.
Well, I mean, that's not unexpected from her or anybody else, because I mean, there's so much more. And there's so much more of the bad stuff that we see that goes on in the world just because of social media and the internet.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of this stuff we didn't see in our childhood. We didn't notice all this stuff. We didn't see anything further from what was
past the news,
from down the block from our street,
right,
or from what we saw on the local news,
right.
So
now the social media is here,
so we definitely get a more of a sense of awareness of everything that goes on.
We see a lot of videos.
We see a lot, so it does kind of make you a little bit, not as sensitive as you possibly would be, because we look and hear stuff off the point blank period. So
yeah, I heard that from her. I was like, I can't blame her. I really can't, because we see this shit every day. I mean, World Star got something going on every fucking day. Somebody killed the 13-year-old that just killed himself with the gun on Instagram Live. He was on Instagram Live and he didn't have the gun on safety. He killed himself.
How did he get the gun though? Whose gun?
It was in the house.
Why don't parents lock up? If you gonna carry a firearm, why you don't lock up this firearm?
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily say that it was the parents though. Yeah, I mean, at 13, for all we know, he was 13 on the streets already.
Like you might not even know.
And that was his own. That was his own piece, because people can get guns illegally on the black market and on the streets with no problem. So for all we know, I mean, it might not necessarily have to be from the parents, but I mean, that could have just been something that was his own personal thing that he had for whatever reason.
It just happens, man. Social media. I mean, you can't really do nothing about it. You see these things every day, these videos.
And that's a shame that we see it every day.
I mean, what can you do?
I mean, at this point, it's kind of hard not to, because I mean, the world is a big population of people,
and it's a gift and a curse.
So it's almost like you're not going to go a day without seeing some type of negativity going on. Period.
That's why I don't even really be on the internet, like social media like that, World Star Hip Hop. That's why I don't be on it, because I don't want to see stuff like that every day.
I seen you on.
I stay off of World Star. I ain't been on World Star
a couple months ago. That was a long time ago, right?
Say I gotta watch this fight compilation there. Hold on a second.
Good on that. Hey, rest in peace to World Star Q, bro.
Yeah, rest in peace to World Star Q.
It's not on my menu anymore.
Rest in peace to Robert Goodwin Sr. Rest in peace to Prince. We celebrated
the 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that it was just 1 year already. It feels like it's just been a couple months, but it's been a year already. Rest in peace to Charlie Murphy, man. Fuck.
I heard that bad news.
Yeah, that was sad. That tore me up inside.
What was crazy is my lady had got tickets to
the comedy get down.
Yeah, he was gonna be in the comedy get down that was going on. I was supposed to go to it, and she told me that somebody had got sick, and I guess it was him.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was him at that time, and then to find out he passed.
Oh man,
that was horrible news.
Charlie Murphy, who's been in like countless movies and TV shows. I mean, most notably Chappelle Show. The one I think about now is, because I just got done watching it a couple days ago, is CB4.
Yeah.
I love CB4, man.
Yeah, I love CB4. You ain't seen CB4, go check it out. It's an old school classic, man. At least in my opinion.
I love that movie. Chappelle Show, of course. Like, he's been in, like, he's wrote movies. He's done a lot for the comedy game, man. And just growing up on him, man. We all gonna miss him. I can go on for like hours talking about Charlie, man. But rest in peace to him.
Charlie Murphy. Darkness is spreading, everybody.
Let's get into emails. Well, we only got one email. It's to our favorite, Miss Jane Doe, of course.
Miss Jane Doe, you like the lady of the show.
You know what?
The lady of the show.
It's somebody we know.
I
Who is Jane Doe? We gonna find this out.
Jane, we gonna find out who you are pretty soon. Me and River, we had that discussion. He was like, either we know who Jane is, or she just got hella questions to just like, okay, you said this one, okay, let's.
She's smart because she'll send us follow-ups and ask another question.
Yes, absolutely.
So smart move. Jane.
I appreciate you, Jane. This email, she says, thanks for answering my question, fellas. By the way, when I said a 1-800 type session, I meant that it's not a simple I'm going to suck your dick text. It's it's in depth, like something you would hear on a 1800 hotline. Perhaps I worded it wrong on a previous email, but it's okay. But I think we got into that episode anyway. But she said, my new question is, if someone owed you money or is supposed to be financially responsible for something, but they are claiming they are barely getting by, living check by check. However, on social media, they're showing pictures of what they are buying, like high-priced shoes at costly restaurants, planning events that you know they will have put in a nice amount of money to do so. How would you handle it? Would you think they have it and are trying to play you, or they're living beyond their means and letting materialism and appearance to others take over?
I mean, this is a simple question. If they had the money to do all the things that they're doing on social media, then they had the money to pay you back. They're just choosing not to pay you back right now.
Right.
So I'm sure that they had the money. That person had the money to give it back to you at some point in time. They're choosing not to. I don't know how you would go about that. I don't know if however you want to do it. It's on you. But pretty much that person, it looks like they got over on you. Yeah, if they're able to flex on social media, show where they've been eating at, clothes they buying, shoes they buying, trips they taking, then I'm sure that they could have, paid you back by now. So.
I'm sure this is not a 20 spot that you.
No. If
probably not a 20 spot.
Yeah, this is not a.
But I mean, at that same time, if you're gonna this is my rule. I don't loan out money in general. Period. Because unless it's like my mom or something like that, and they needed to get them due for whatever reason to a short period of time, then that's one thing. Because if I know they're going to pay me back, then I ain't got no issue with it. But there's always been a saying, never loan out something that you're going to need, immediately.
That's true.
So if you're going to loan out some money, it's got to be something that you're not going to miss. And at the same time, you can't expect people to have the same type of decency that you would when it comes to loaning out money or being loaned money and paying it back. Some people you can loan money to, and they'll say they'll be a time frame, I'm gonna pay you back next week, and then they'll literally will pay you back next week.
Yeah.
But in most cases, that don't always happen. Sometimes you gotta hound somebody and chase them down to get your own money back. So that's why I don't loan out money, because I'm not gonna chase nobody down to get my own bread.
If I gave
it to you.
If I do loan out money, it's not even a loan. It's because I'm giving it to you. It depends on, like, with my family, I trust my immediate family to pay me back, whenever. But if I give money to a friend or something, then I don't expect that money back. Like, if I give you this, then here, this is me giving you this.
And that's what it is. But I mean, at the same time, so if you know that this person is doing all this stuff, like, what are you doing to let this person know, like, hey, man, so when you going to pay my money back? Because if you're not addressing it to this person, but you're constantly allowing them to continue to do everything you say that they're doing, but you're not being, you're not keeping yourself in the picture saying, hey, man, don't forget that you owe me X, Y, and Z, then you can't expect nobody to pay you back, because some people just choose to forget certain things, or they just really, on purpose, or
purposely not trying
purpose,
to,
right, or sometimes not in purpose, forget things. So, I mean, what are you doing to get it back?
My brother told me some wise information. That person didn't forget to ask for that money. Yeah, I got an older brother. If that person didn't forget to ask for that money, they shouldn't forget to pay it back.
Absolutely.
So the person who lended the money, they shouldn't have to chase that person down.
That's true.
If it's a big issue, I would say address it. But if you want to just take it as a lesson learned, just do that. Like, just don't loan out money anymore.
Absolutely. But if it comes to, the second part of that question is financial responsibility. I'm not sure exactly what she means by that. What that person would be financially responsible for, but. But there's different variables when it comes to that. But one thing you can't do is make assumptions that this person is paying for all the things that you're referring to, like shoes and dinners and things like that. Because unless you physically are there to see this person pull out their cash or pull out their card to pay for these things that are they're supposedly posting online,
right?
Then you can't make that assumption, because there's plenty of ways people can get stuff or go places without having to without having to pay a single cent.
So what if you seeing it like flexing on Facebook? Like you see the pictures right there. I'm showing you the shoes right there.
That doesn't mean that person bought them shoes.
That's true.
For all you know, somebody could have gave you them shoes you could have got them as a gift, or you could have made like a trade. Because some people do that too. Some people trade like shoes or items. Like there's, especially when it comes to the sneaker world, there's some people that do trade.
Oh yeah, they do.
They do trade shoes back and forth. Like they'll trade a pair of retros that somebody else might really want, and they'll trade you for the other shoes that you really wanted. Right. So people do that too. So there's different ways that people can to do stuff like that. Like when it comes to shoes, if you see somebody posting a picture going out to dinner, unless they went solo, who's to say that the other person didn't pay, or who's to say that person didn't have different avenues to pay for dinner?
I could never go to dinner by myself just to.
There we go.
I don't know who would.
No, nobody would.
I do it all the time. Shoot, me and my baby went out to dinner.
But that's different. You and your baby.
You and your baby.
No, my daughter can't pay.
But that's different though. You're not by yourself
with your daughter,
right?
What Freddie's saying is,
I went by myself plenty of times too. Like I'll go and get me something to eat from lunch. Not necessarily, maybe not dinner, but I'll go and get like lunch from like Red Lobster or something like that solo. I've done that plenty of times.
Like you sat in Red Lobster by yourself.
Yeah, sat in there plenty of times just by myself. Bought me something to, had me a little lunch or whatever the case may be, and I was good.
And I can't do. If I ever do that, I record it.
Man, y'all see me? I'm out here, man. Y'all, I'm out here eating. Point blank period. If that person wanted to pay them back, then you could pay somebody back in installments. At least you're trying,
right? Yeah,
to show good faith,
right?
Like, hey, I can't pay you all right now, but hey, I'm about to give you $50 here, and then I'll give you $50 next time I get paid.
Yeah.
Or I give you 20 here, and I give you 70 next time I get paid.
Yeah.
I just don't have it all right now, but at least then you're showing good faith. But this person just Jane Doe, they don't want to pay you back.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, you got two options. You can go find them, track down, say, hey, what up? Where the money at? Run it. Or you can just, like I said,
you can run up on them, or get collateral next time.
Pretty much, yeah. Like if that's really the situation where this person owes you money,
like money, and exactly what that sound like. Get some collateral,
right? Like if you really loaned them and they loaned them some money and they really owe you, definitely get your money back.
But just keep in mind, just because if you go to them and demand the money, doesn't mean you're gonna get the money back. You can go as far as to whoop their ass.
That's true.
That don't mean you're gonna get the money back. That might even make the chances of you getting the money back even lower. So. That's a real tricky situation. Like I said, just don't loan out money unless it's somebody you know for sure is going to pay you back.
Well, there you go, Jane. You know what to do. Reply back to askthepointpod@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
I like you, Jane.
We love you, Jane. We don't like you. We just don't like you. We love you.
I like you. I don't just love anybody.
What?
Like
right.
you,
she didn't reply like 3 times.
I appreciate you, Jane.
That's why you single, because you just throwing that love word.
Right.
Now we know about BE now.
All right, I'm cutting this off.
Be one of them dudes that say I love you in the first 4 months. Dating you.
Doing a McDonald's date. I love you. Can you pass me that Mac?
I love how y'all know my life story. Yeah, I be doing these girls, and that's not true at all. Speaking of women, I forgot to. We have a iTunes review that I meant to mention at the beginning of the show. This one is actually pretty funny. It's our first iTunes review. I'm going to read it here. Her name is Tony Johnson.
Shout out to Tony Johnson.
Shout out to Tony from Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to Brooklyn.
From the BK.
Yeah, gentrified Brooklyn. She says, New Wave of Podcasting. That's the name of the title. I started listening to the podcast episode 3, and I've been hooked ever since. These guys are so chill, especially Freddie and Mac 2.
Yeah.
And River out of the blue comments and Billy's crazy no nonsense antics have me on the floor laughing. Darius is just angry. LOL.
The angry black man.
Look, let me tell you what you are.
Look, let me finish it first. Let me finish it. Let me finish. Don't offend. No.
Don't attack the fans, Gary.
Let me tell you.
Look. Let me finish the review.
I'll tell you what you are.
She says, love the podcast, love your sexy voices. Keep it up. Tony J from Brooklyn, New York.
Well, Tony, we appreciate you leaving the review.
Thank you, Tony. She spelled it Tony like Tony Braxton, too.
Yeah, Billy really likes that for some reason.
I love it. It's
so,
sexy.
Spelling matters.
So inbox
Tony.
Yeah.
Inbox Billy CL is the 3rd on Facebook.
Yes.
Find him.
Did you get the 3rd?
Yeah, I put the 3rd in there. Right. Find him.
Accept me and,
go ahead and, reach out.
You can do that.
So we appreciate you leaving the review, definitely.
I thought you were going to tear out. I told her.
I'm happy he did it.
I'm really honest to God. I thought he was going
to. I mean, we all have a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
We don't get sensitive.
Except when you call him angry.
He even has on the trucker hat. You can't see him right now, but he has on the trucker hat.
Why would they think that you angry, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. 5 episodes in, actually.
Yeah, it took him that long to realize I was angry. I don't know. I don't think I'm angry.
He just has feeling when he speaks. It's a lot of feeling.
I think it's the beginning.
I'm aggressive.
I think it's the beginning of the show. Like when I introduce you.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what it is.
And I'll change that up every episode. So I don't really know what I'm gonna say until you say
it's time, right?
Daria.
But thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. I'm sorry. Every iTunes review, we're just gonna say it on the show. So please, review the show on iTunes. It's not on Google Play at all. So just whoever got that Apple, just go ahead and do that.
On Google Play no more?
Damn, that album came out last week. Kendrick Lamar, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Speaking of him, shout out to him. He got 610,000
digital download
this first week.
No sales.
That was
digital. That's everything.
I was trying to remember it. Yeah, I read it earlier, but I forgot. But yeah, it was 610,000 digital. I don't know if it's digital or whatever, but he got that, man. I think it's the most. Yeah, I think it was more than Drake.
Yeah, that was more than great.
So shout out to him. Shout out to the album, man. That album is so great. I love it. I mean, that's just my take on it. I
definitely agree. That album is definitely amazing.
Kendrick Lamar it's like, I don't know, man. It's crazy to describe. Like, the dude gets better and better every time you hear him.
Ain't that crazy though?
Like, I mean, so even going back to like when I first really started listening to him was Section 80.
Yeah, that's when I first heard him.
Which is a great project. Even if you go back and listen to it to this day, it's a great project. Good Kid, Mad City is a classic album. To Pimp a Butterfly is it's
all classics.
It's a classic.
It's all
album.
classics.
And I mean, Damn looks like it's well on its way. I mean, it's like the dude just continues to just, revitalize himself. He uses different producers.
Yeah.
Is every time Kendrick drops, it's refreshing because it's like you're gonna get great production. You're gonna get real lyrics, real hip hop. You're gonna get storytelling. He can make a single anytime he wants to, and I think he proved this with on this album. He's got probably at least three singles. And how many songs he got? Like 11. Maybe?
11 songs. Yeah.
He's got at least 3 singles off top, and that's not including Humble. So I mean,
that's right. DNA is definitely one of them.
I mean, DNA, the Loyalty song.
Loyalty.
The next
that's a great song. The song Love with I think
that's definitely
Love Me.
Love is a dope song.
Love Me.
The video for DNA was brilliant.
Yeah,
shout out to
like
Don Cheeto for that one. Oh my god.
Triple X with YouTube.
Yeah.
With YouTube, that was I think we didn't know what to expect.
We was kind of leery about that song.
Featuring YouTube.
Yeah.
And he kind of started off like it was almost like the song Good Kid and then Mad City, but he started it.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you right. That's
14 songs on the album.
14? Okay. Yeah. 14.
Okay.
I mean, Duckworth, like, dude,
Duckworth is, oh my God.
Kendrick Lamar is
I can't even
amazing.
talk about Duckworth.
You know,
It was
Fear.
a beast.
Fear.
Element was dope. Feel was dope.
Fear is dope.
Pride is dope.
I love Fear beside
God
the, like
is
the concept of the parents beating your ass. I beat your ass. If you not heard that song, you gotta hear that
Kendrick
song.
Lamar is amazing, man.
Yeah, man.
He's on a completely different level than anybody else that's out right now.
You know why though, right?
Why?
He writes from his heart. It's not even to put out hits. Like everything he does, it's like he puts passion in his heart.
I tell people, I describe Kendrick Lamar like this. It's like if you took the lyricism of, like, let's say like an Eminem, and you mixed it with a spirit of Tupac,
right?
Like then you get Kendrick Lamar. You mix it with like the heart, like the spirit.
I like that
of Tupac.
Right.
You have the lyrics of Eminem, and then you just sprinkle Compton all over it. Like that's Kendrick Lamar.
Put a little Compton.
Sprinkle a little Compton on that one.
That's definitely Kendrick Lamar.
Next time I go out to eat, I was like, hey, put a little Compton on that.
Yeah,
put a little Compton on that.
Kendrick Lamar is amazing, man.
Dude, I like Blood. I love actually almost all the songs on there.
There's not a song.
It's not a song I won't skip on there. Actually, it's not really much of a skippable song. I won't.
It's like all his albums. They have concepts. Like they all flow. All of them go together.
That's what I like about him though.
Man.
Like every
Lamar.
album or project he has come out with has like a concept. Like that's bold. When your very first album, Good Kid, Mad City, is a concept album.
But I like that his albums tend to all kind of have like a different, somewhat with a different sound.
Yeah, no album sounds the same.
Sound the same. No, yeah, that's true.
It all has a different sound to it, but it's all. But his lyrics in it is all on the conscious level. There's never been any track that was like where he kind of had to bend it a little bit to kind of get more radio play or anything like that.
No, he's never sold himself.
It was kind of effortless.
Right, he never sold himself.
Like he never sold
himself down.
Exactly. He's never dumbed it down.
Right. He's never dumbed his music down to appeal to like a
funny
wider audience, and his music is more wider than most other rappers that do dumb it down.
All his radio singles have been like effortlessly been like radio singles.
Effortlessly.
That's what I meant to say. Thank you. They had like that last album, These Walls is like, it's not too far from what he would do, but at the same time, that was on the radio and it played well. What's out there now? Humble is hard as hell, but I mean that's the radio single. Loyalty is definitely gonna be like one of those top 5 songs that's gonna come out now. Love is definitely probably gonna be one. DNA is definitely gonna be one. Like,
you see, with the age that we in, you really don't need, artists don't really have to be so focused on having a radio hit, because we hear our music now through our phone and social media and everything like that. Internet. Like when I'm in my car driving, I don't have the radio on.
Yeah.
Like I'm listening to everything through like a USB.
You had the aux cord,
or actual hard copy CD. But I'm not really listening into the radio stations. I do every once in a while. But that's not that often.
Right.
So most of all my music is coming from what I hear on the internet, and I'm downloading it, and I'm playing it through my USB.
Right.
And that's how I'm going to do my thing. So it's not necessarily, and I think he understands that, so that's why it's not a need to dumb his music down to have a radio hit, because he doesn't need to make a radio hit. He has enough influence and enough and a huge fan base alone that we're gonna rock with his music regardless if we can hear it on the radio or not.
Right.
Even though Loyalty probably will be like the one radio hit that he has. That might be like the one radio track that'll be out there, because it's just it fits as a single, as a radio single, but it still wasn't. It's still not a track that he dumbed down in any way.
Kendrick Lamar on that Mount Rushmore, is he on there yet?
Mount Rushmore what?
Of hip hop.
As far as like the best rappers of all time, there's only 4 spots on the.
That's what I'm saying.
So you're saying, is he a top 4 rapper of all time?
That's what I'm asking.
It's that discussion. I'll say he's.
Wait, who's on there now?
Jay, Nas, Biggie, and Pop.
And Pop.
Who?
Pop.
Who the hell is Bach?
hey, then we have this discussion about drinking in moderation.
Did I say Bach?
Yeah, you said Bach.
Bach.
The pianist.
Nice cover up.
He's on that one.
So you said Jay-Z, Pop, Biggie,
and Nas, yeah.
And Nas.
And those would be my top 4 if you're gonna put them on that Rushmore. Yeah, that would be my top 4 as well. I know people are going to feel a little bit differently because they're going to say where's Eminem, but I mean,
yeah.
And granted, yeah, Eminem is like one of the dopest lyricists in general. Period, like hands down. I can't deny.
Can't nobody really out rap him.
Can't go against that. But when I think about what I normally would listen to, the 4 that I just named off is pretty much the ones that are solidified in my mind. Period. Like, I listen to Eminem a little bit, but I don't listen to him that much. But I still know that he's like a dope lyricist just off of things that I've heard him do and some of his body of work. True. But I would listen to other people more than I would listen to Eminem. But he's still up in that category.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like Kendrick. So I would say that would be unfair to say who's going to be who would be in that Rushmore, because that means you would have to take somebody out.
To be honest with you, and this gonna be shocking, I don't need Biggie on my Rushmore. I don't need him.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know, and it's not to say he's not.
A lot of people say he's not the first person to say that though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A lot of people say like if you got Jay-Z, then you don't need Biggie, or vice versa. Like,
yeah.
I mean, put it like this: Kendrick Lamar is one of the best rappers alive. Yeah. Period. He's the best rapper doing it right now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Period.
Definitely. If you're gonna go with the best alive, right? If you're gonna say best rappers alive, you definitely got Kendrick at least in your top 3.
I can say he's top 10 alive at this moment, and that's including Jay-Z, Nas, Scarface, Andre 3000, Eminem. Kendrick Lamar might be right outside of like number 6. I mean, he's in the top 10 of best rappers alive. Right. Period. And that's including.
Gotta put my Cole in there.
And that's including like LL Cool J. That's including people like Redman, Corrupt, people that really rap, like dudes that really rap.
Which Redman don't get a lot of.
Redman doesn't get nowhere near as much credit
as he should. Really
neither does Corrupt. Corrupt is it. Royce the 5'9".
Royce is.
If you ask me, Royce the 5'9" is one of the best rappers ever as far as lyrics.
Royce is in my top 10. I didn't know about Royce until him and Eminem came out with that verse for the Fast and Furious track.
Really?
Yeah, I knew about Royce, but I didn't know too in depth about how he was lyrically.
Yeah, I remember hearing Royce. I think maybe not the first time, but like the second time I heard Royce was from one of the Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah.
I was just listening to it today.
Yeah.
I'm the king.
Right. That game, that was dope.
And Royce is the thing about Royce the 5'9" too, real quick, is that he's gotten better. Like when he came out with Rock City, he was good, but he wasn't like nowhere near what he is.
What he is now, yeah.
Like, man, shout out to the whole Slaughterhouse.
Yes, none of them get nowhere near as much credit as they
really
those
should.
Those are 4 of the best rappers alive too.
Much respect.
Much
respect.
Joel, Crooked Eye, Joe Budden, and Royce.
That's a whole murder squad like that. I see why they call themselves Slaughterhouse, because they just be killing.
Too bad we'll never get that album they made like a year or two. They say that album will never come out. But
I saw an interview with Joe over the weekend. Shout out to Complex, because I was watching
their show.
No, it was the hot wings.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So I was just watching one of those that he did for the hot wing challenge.
Right.
Hot and spicy, something like that. It's called. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, what they eat
the hot wings.
Right,
we watch
hot wings. I apologize for that Complex, because I'm not getting the name right, but. I know he was saying that they do keep in touch, and that they ain't no issues with them. It's just because they all work and do so many different things. It's kind of hard.
They all do different projects.
Right.
Yeah, they all got individual albums that come out with
to the studio to get to get on the album. But,
yeah.
I mean, I think once they do get the time to do another album again, it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Real quick, do y'all have who's in y'all top 5 rappers right now?
Right now,
real quick.
Royce.
No, I'm talking about in order.
Oh, in order? God.
I couldn't go.
Why would you do it in order?
We ain't gonna be able to do it in order.
I can't do this in order right now.
I would just say Crazy Bone is up. Crazy Bone is definitely in there.
Right this moment, right now?
Yeah, he's in my top 5. Crazy Bone, he will always be in my top 5.
Okay.
But as everybody else, I couldn't give you everybody else, but I know Crazy Bone, definitely Kendrick, Andre 3000. Like I said, I couldn't give you everything, but y'all can shoot.
I'm going Kendrick number 1, Jadakiss number 2, Royce number 3, Pusha T number 4.
Interesting. I like that.
Maybe J. Cole number 5.
Okay. I got Fab, Royce, Kendrick. I don't know, Nas. I can't even think of a 5th right now. And it's probably Cole though.
No,
definitely.
no Young M.A.
No, Young M.A. No, Young M.A. I can't do that.
Shoot, I don't know. I ain't gonna be able to put it in order, but I mean, Cole is definitely in there for me. Kendrick is in there for me. I'm gonna say still to this day, I'm gonna still go with Nas right off the bat. But off the top of my head at this moment, I'm gonna have to throw in Sci-Hi the Prince.
Ooh,
Very underrated.
Underrated.
Oh,
Extremely underrated. Sci-Hi the Prince is extremely underrated.
Sci-Hi.
And I kind of want to say I want to put Crit in there, but I feel like there's somebody else.
Jesus, Crit!
Yes.
I feel like there's somebody else that I'm missing for my top 5.
Yeah, and I mean, it's always going to change.
Yeah, it's definitely going to
Everybody
change. But I mean, yeah,
I definitely missed Kiss on mine. I don't know why
Jadakiss is going to forever be in. Jadakiss is in my top 5 favorite rappers ever.
I just blanked out and I forgot about Kiss.
Kendrick Lamar is in that top 5 now too, but Jadakiss is not going anywhere. Top 5 dead or alive, in my opinion.
Right.
Like literally, it's not just a name. Like Jadakiss is that dude.
How y'all feel about this Mello divorce, bro?
I have no opinion on it. It is.
You know what? I'm honestly not surprised.
Really?
I'm not.
Because I thought they were going to last, bro.
I'm not surprised because for years I used to see how they tried to make it work with them just having 2 different schedules and being in 2 different parts of the U.S. Because I used to watch the Lala show.
Oh yeah, on VH1, right? Yeah.
So I used to see how just that type of back and forth and everything that they were trying to do and how they were trying to make it work for the longest. And I was just like, as much love is there, I just didn't see that that was going to really happen. That was going to stay that way for too much longer.
Well, let's put this in context.
I mean, it's harder when when it's 2 people working and y'all both working at different schedules. So it's not like whenever Mello come home, you're there, or whenever you come home, Mello's, or whenever there. Lala come home from work, he's there because they sometimes they working in 2 different states or or 2 different coasts. I mean, you can try to make it work as long as you possibly can, and I know people are always going to say, well, if you really love somebody, you can make a long distance relationship work and yada yada yada. Yeah, that's BS to me.
This is a lot harder when
it's definitely a lot much harder.
Well, both of y'all
work, especially when both of you guys are celebrities.
That was the whole reason why he went to New York, because all her businesses was in New York.
Right. But then she was still dipping and dabbling back into LA. So because she still had her own career that she was trying to do as well. So it's that long distance stuff it can only work for so long before you get burnt out. And then before outside temptation starts to kind of
you're sugarcoating it. Did he cheat? Mac 2.
He did cheat. That came
did
out.
Did he cheat? Allegedly.
I didn't know that was the question. No, that's how we felt about it.
He has a side baby on the way.
So I think the side baby thing is a alleged. Ain't no proof yet on that one.
My thing is, okay, put it like this: if somebody come out and say, "Hey, I got a baby with such and such on the way," I'm gonna pull up. It's gonna be facts. Like, no, you don't, bitch. You not had no baby on the way. Not by me.
Got no baby on the way.
Yeah, but there's no way. I mean, there's not really no way of proving that unless you can prove your whereabouts on the possible day of conception.
It's obvious that he slept with her. I'll put it like that. It's not proven that it's his child yet, but it's obvious that he slept with her because a man is he's gonna clear his name. Like nobody's gonna just I'm not gonna, especially a rumor like that, I'm not gonna just let it be like,
right.
I'm not just gonna let that one, I'll just let it.
You definitely ain't gonna let
we're not gonna address the fact that we're not gonna address the fact that this girl is saying she's 6 months pregnant with a baby. We're not gonna worry about
it. Be like DMX and Belly. Kiana don't know no fucking Kiana. The bitch is lying.
Right. Yeah. Right. Like I'm not going. Like that baby is not mine. Like so, but I mean, I agree with Mac too as far as schedules play a really big part in it. Mello is on his way out of New York.
Yeah, he's definitely out of New York after this.
Lala has a lot of ventures in New York. So she's gonna stay. Mello's gonna be gone. So that's one thing. And then
because Melo's gonna chase that ring too. So
he can finally chase that ring.
He's not gonna get that with the Knicks. So yeah, he pretty much gonna find his way out too and try to link up with a superstar team like Durant did, or like LeBron has done before.
But yeah, I mean, as far
well,
as far as
nothing against that, because I rock with LeBron. LeBron's my dude, but I mean, at the same time,
he's not the only one who cheated though.
Look,
she cheated too.
This is Hollywood. Like,
are you talking about on Power?
No, why would that? No, I'm not even bringing that up. No, I'm not even bringing.
Who did Lala cheat with?
If you look it up, because it's been out. It's not publicly known, but she cheated with Mano.
No, she came out and said that wasn't true. And
you can say that.
And Mano came out and said that wasn't.
Mano said that wasn't true.
Yes.
Either? Okay.
That's what happens when a lie is being told on you.
Wait, is
you
it
come out
gossip going on right
so
now?
it's fake
Are we
news?
telling fact? Are you guys saying facts or gossiping right now?
He's dropping gossip.
So it's fake news.
That was gossip. That's fake news.
Okay.
Then
fake
you
news
just dropped
right
gossip.
Okay.
I'll put it like this. Even though both of them came out and said it wasn't true, and it possibly could not be true.
Or true.
But at the same time, I'm not... a nigga will lie with you.
I did not deny too.
To continue to get it. What benefit does he have to not lie? Or not to side with Lala and be like, yeah, that wasn't true. You know, I'm gonna do this for the public. I'm gonna say, yeah, we wasn't sleeping together. But you still gonna give me something after, right? Like, you still gonna, we still gonna have our own separate thing still, right? Like, yeah, we still gonna have our own separate thing.
Hi, hater.
So that's right. So they can say it's not true all day long. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's actually not true. They both just got their stories together and was able to agree and say, yeah, that was not true. That rumor that they got in the public is false.
I mean, that's true, but I don't know. I
don't know, man.
Point of it all.
When Lala was on Power and we got to see them titties on Power, I'm saying it could be a couple of other brothers that was trying to get at Lala because them titties was looking right on Power.
Everybody's fucking everybody in the celebrity world. To be in a relationship in the celebrity world, you have to. They go by a different code, like than just regular folks. I was talking to a coworker about this earlier this week. Like, it's different. Like,
it's certain shit you got to be prepared for.
Yeah, you got to deal with media, and you got everybody wanting you. Everybody's a sex symbol in Hollywood. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but the majority of people in Hollywood are sex symbols. So you're a celebrity, damn it, you're wanted. You have anything at your disposal. It's different rules. Like, you get married, you better have an open marriage, damn it. Like, it's not the same as just regular folks, you know? You can travel, you can go to California. You can be in New York, go to California, hit up this chick or a guy or whatever they do, and then go back to New York. Like, we can't do that. I can't. It'd be hard for me to go from Chicago Heights to Schaumburg like that. Just that shit is hard, you know? Like, it's different rules and it's a different game.
It's definitely harder if one person is the only one putting all in the effort. So if you got one person that's doing all the travel back and forth to see you and spend time with you, and or just one person is putting all the effort as far as communication, that definitely makes it harder as well. That's not going to make it easy in any shape or form. You giving other people the opportunity to dip into your situation when you're not putting your best foot forward at all times with your long distance relationship. That goes for guys and girls.
I can't have a long relationship. I'm cheating. I'm letting you know right now. If I ever get into a long distance relationship,
you definitely cheating.
Cheating is happening.
You definitely cheat.
Probably from both ends. Well, I know women, they can hold out for a good amount of time. That's why I don't do long distance relationship.
I'm a man. Because I'm not going to cheat.
Long distance relationship.
I just ain't going to date you if you do long distance. And the only way I'm gonna date somebody that's long distance is if they got their own car and they don't have no problem with us going back and forth as far as who's gonna drive out here this weekend or who's gonna drive out here that weekend. And even then, that's still not enough, because if I'm gonna date you, I can't not only see you on the weekend or every other weekend. That's not a relationship to me.
Real quick, let's talk about a relationship that wasn't long distance. T.I. and Tiny.
Yeah,
they get a divorce as well.
Mm-hmm.
This one,
oh boy!
But see, now that one has different facts included that could possibly be leading to some type of infidelity on both ends of the spectrum.
This one, that was a great segue, by the way, Darius. Great segue.
Oh, this one is kind of different, man, because it's been stuff like kind of brewing up with them over the past kind of like couple years.
This been unfolding for a while. It started back
with the whole Mayweather situation a couple years ago.
Right.
Tiny, that's when they took a break then.
Tiny kicking it with Mayweather. Tip not being cool with it, as he should not be cool with it. Him actually stepping to Floyd Mayweather, and being a man about the situation. Like, look, he was ready to throw hands with pound for pound the best boxer since Mike Tyson.
Exactly.
So But I mean, I guess stuff has continued to happen over the years. We don't know their business. I don't care to know their business. They had a baby about a year ago.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just not working out for him, man. And it sucks because I think everybody at one point watched T.I. and Tiny reality shows.
I have, yeah.
I watched it from the very beginning all the way to now.
Yeah.
Love the show.
The kids. It was a positive show for the black community. It wasn't messy. It wasn't drama.
I think the most positive reality shows that's come out is that show, the Ja Rule show.
Yes,
that was very underrated.
I'm hoping that they're gonna bring that back.
I hope they bring it back.
Definitely a great.
That was a great
good show.
in the Lala reality show.
Yeah, and but I mean, over the past couple months, I guess you could say, like infidelity, Mac, to like you said, on both sides, especially evident with I guess Tiny. It's rough, man. And then T.I. saying, marriage just isn't for him. It's kind of a whack thing to say, if you ask me. I mean, you've been married now for so many, for some years, and you've been with this girl since 2000,
forever.
2001.
2000 forever.
Yeah, but I don't think that was a situation that T.I. was really trying to do in the first place, because remember, him and Tiny was together for like 7-8 years before they got married.
They was together for a long maybe
right, they was together for a long time before
they
got married, and it was like this is the problem that everybody comes into when it comes to marriage. Like everybody doesn't need to get married. Marriage doesn't work for every single body. So if you're comfortable with being boyfriend and girlfriend, and y'all have a steady foundation, and y'all been like that for 8 years, then y'all might not necessarily need to go ahead and make that thing official and be like, yeah, now we technically married and everything like that in the court of law, and
just be my girlfriend for life.
Like just be y'all just have a strong partnership.
My Uncle Ron got it right, man.
He just has common law. So, but I mean, the thing with that is with Tiny and Tip was there's a little bit of a double standard, because how Tiny felt, it was like, well, I shouldn't have to not be friends with having any male friends because you damn sure don't stop from having any female friends.
But not many females have come out and been like really in her face like the way Floyd Mayweather.
Right. But there's been previous cases of infidelity before the whole Mayweather situation even kind of happened. But it's kind of where she felt like it was no issue for her to be friends with another man.
I'm sure he's cheated. I'm sure she's it sucks, man. It sucks. There was a couple I think everybody was rooting for.
But it was some people that were.
I'm not rooting for.
I was
rooting for. I mean, why not?
I was rooting for him, but there was definitely some.
I was saying for her.
But there was definitely some females that was out there that was like ready for T.I. to be single again, because they just didn't feel like that Tiny was cute enough for him.
That ain't none of their business.
That's true. That ain't none of their business, because at the end of the day, you love who you love. Point big brand. You might feel like they not a dime. Or
T.I. been going through that ugly slander for years,
and he put a lot of people in check.
He stood by her
for that.
And even after the whole Mayweather situation, he still put people in check. And I'm sure that to this day, he was still checked, because at the end of the day, he's still in love with Tiny, no matter what they say. It sucks.
Yeah, he still is. But I mean, the comment that T.I. made on Angie Martinez's interview, which I know a lot of people felt some way about, as far as him feeling like marriage was a distraction.
I don't. Maybe he meant it a different way.
Right, and I think people. I think it was definitely worded wrong. But at the same time, we really can't people. Ladies, y'all gotta choose. Y'all gotta make a decision. Y'all gotta figure out what do y'all want a guy to do, because y'all say y'all want a guy that's gonna be honest and let you know, I don't want to be in this situation no more, instead of cheating. So then when he does that, now you still bashing him because of the fact that he's saying he don't want to be married, because it just feel like he's just not fit to be married. He felt like he's a better friend to Tiny than he is a husband.
He should have said that. He should have said, "I'm just
right."
Not,
he should have said that.
Marriage just isn't for me. It's just not something that I'm.
He's an intellectual. He could have said that.
As far as bad wording, I don't believe that. Like T.I., he knows how to articulate himself, so I believe
very
meant what he said.
Yeah, he definitely. I think he definitely meant
very
what he said.
well.
It is a distraction for him, but it's probably more. I think it's more of a distraction for him is because of just the negative BS that they're going through. That's probably the main part that he's referring to as it being a distraction.
I can see that.
Feeling like you have to be able to make time for your wife, but you're really trying to get yourself back, trying to get your money back up. Because I mean, this think about it. Before T.I. went to prison, he was like, he was booming in the industry, music, movies, everything like that. Yeah. When he came back, he hasn't had that same type of success lately. Like he's had a little bit. Like his grind has never stopped. But I haven't seen T.I. be back in the same position that he was before he left prison. Right, exactly. He wasn't in that same position.
His plateau was.
He's trying to get back to that.
Like
he's trying to get back to
where he jail.
Right. He's trying to get back to where he left off, and it's kind of hard to be able to be that committed to that and want to put all your time and energy into that, but you still have a wife that you have to accommodate or make time for, or whatever the case may be. So I think, and especially dealing with all the drama that you're dealing with the whole Mayweather situation and everything like that, and your relationship is on the rocks already. That's a lot of negative that you probably ain't trying to deal with when you're trying to really focus on your career and making sure that your family is straight for life and you straight for life. So I think to me that's part of his, being distracted.
It's cheaper to keep her, bro.
Oh, it's definitely cheaper to keep her. But I mean, at this point, he felt like, hey, she deserved alimony, so or whatever.
Cheaper to keep her, but it's more fun to be on the run.
Speaking of that, Janet Jackson is finessing the motherfucker right now. Oh my god!
A lot of people.
Have y'all heard that?
Oh yeah, man.
Did y'all hear that? If y'all have not heard, Janet Jackson I didn't even know it's been this long, but she's been married. But
I didn't know it was that long either. I didn't realize it.
I swear, I thought it was just like 2.
But that's because they secretly got married outside of public, so they was already married prior to like a year before we even knew about it. Maybe like a year or so before we even knew.
Yeah, like for real, like
fuck Janet Jackson. She knew what she was doing.
She finessed that.
She knew exactly what she was doing.
She finessed.
Absolutely, and I'm tired of people trying to stick up for Janet. Like, yeah, she got her own money and yada yada, but she ain't had no you might, even if she had her own $500 million, you finna double that by getting another $500 million. $500 million plus, because now you have a kid you had a baby by your husband.
So let's put this in context, right? So her and this billionaire have been married for about 5 years. The prenup states that you have to be married for about 5 years.
For 5 years, you get $100 million for every year that you're married.
Absolutely.
Plus, you get additional because if the child is involved.
Right.
So they was married for 5 years and 2 months. It was 5 years and 2 months, and then she went and filed for divorce.
She filed for divorce.
How can y'all not see that was that there was a purpose to that situation?
Man,
but come on now, like she had a kid, like that's a life. You think people would take it that far?
Absolutely.
She had not had a baby.
Absolutely.
Look, you get baby and money.
There are females out here that are purposely having babies with men
cheaper.
That are purposely having babies with men
for cheaper
to eat. Right, for cheaper, and they're doing it for spiteful reasons. To keep somebody or to get somebody that they wanted to be with but didn't want to be with them, or to get child support because they see somebody got a whole bunch of money, so they feel like, oh, I can live good off of this person, off of the child support alone. So Chris Brown's situation.
Oh yeah.
Royalty. The situation he was going through with her and her sleazy boyfriend.
Sleazy, still going
how
through
they was
right now.
And how they using they pretty much, because I know damn well they ain't using all the money that Royalty was getting for child support.
Right.
On royalty alone. Her and that sleazy boyfriend is using that for their own personal reasons as well. So
she gets more. She tries to get more every so often.
She tries to get more every so often.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous to me. It's like, so you mean to tell me you can't survive off of $27,000 a month off of child support that you get for royalty? So you want to continue? Put aside how much Chris Brown is worth. That's how much he's worth. That's what he put in to get that money. Mm-hmm. That money is not entitled to you.
Amen.
If you want that type of money, then your ass need to be a singer and do some concerts too.
Get to singing and dancing
and shit, right? Because bitch, you ain't making the money that he making.
You know what?
So if you want to make the money he making, get you a better job that's gonna pay you more then. Instead of trying to take him to court to get more money every fucking 6 months or a year.
Y'all bucked up. Y'all done hit a nerve, Fred.
I'm just saying.
You know what Janet's saying though?
I'm just saying that's some bullshit.
You know what Janet's saying though? Just got rich.
She was already rich.
Well, she was already rich. She put her money on
she's
top of
herself in the status of being close to being wealthy.
Yes.
And there's two different things when it comes to rich and wealth. So now she's putting herself in a situation where she's considered now she's possibly wealthy, because she's pretty much touching on a billionaire status at this point almost. based off of that, doubling her income off of what she just got from him.
$500 million.
But I mean, I put it like this. I think it was definitely planned on Janet's end because
you know what? I really should say that.
Think about her music. Think about her concerts. Her concerts used to be
the shit.
Very
creative,
sex based.
Yeah,
definitely a lot of that. Just a lot of. I mean, we see it more days with a lot of female R&B singers. They add a lot more sex to their shows. Like they do these personal performances on fans and have them come on stage and give them personal lap dances and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, when she started doing that.
And
that was that's the standard now.
Right, that's the standard. She was doing it. Sierra's been doing it.
Yeah,
but they don't do it like her.
Rihanna does it.
Does it. So she was doing a lot of that stuff. When she got married to her husband, because of their culture,
she didn't do it anymore.
She had to pretty much eliminate a lot of that. She had to watch how she dressed. That's why you used to see her walking around in the all black, attire that they wear over there.
Yeah, she does. Yeah,
in that area because she had to fit for that role because of the husband that she was marrying. So yeah, that definitely was a color. That was definitely a sacrifice she had to make for 5 years, and she capitalized off of it. So now, if she wanted to, she can go back and perform and do concerts, and she can go back to her sexual lifestyle of how she had it before,
or not do it at all. She ain't got a tour no more.
Right, I'm not doing it at all.
She got a tour
because of how Janet is. I know that she's gonna come back to music, period. So she's still gonna
hope so.
She's still gonna do shows because just because you got that amount of money don't mean you don't want extra money coming in. Most people are always going to be greedy. So even when they get 100 million, whatever the case may be, they love that they got it.
Yeah.
But they want to also continue to build on that. They want to have a consistent source of incomes coming in like clockwork. So that way it's not a matter of them having to worry when they get to a certain age in life that they got to worry about if they have enough put away aside.
Wait a minute, didn't Mariah do that too?
Yes, she did the same thing.
Mariah did that too, right?
No, she didn't do the same thing too because they wasn't married. They was fiancés.
Yeah, they were
she
getting
did take him to court to try to get money from him for the 2 years or 3 years that she invested in the relationship, and I'm pretty sure that shit didn't work out. Mariah, good try, but yeah, that wasn't finna work.
Mariah tried. She tried it though.
She tried it.
All I want for Christmas is that money.
Not only in Hollywood can you just get anything and hit anybody you want, but you got to be careful who you hit and how much time you give them.
Not really though. I mean,
you get took for 500 million. Really, you ain't gonna be careful after that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. Yeah, she better off single at this point right now.
Oh yeah, ain't nobody else gonna be. and if they do, they're gonna have a much stricter prenup than what this guy.
Not unless she get like the Stedman dude. You know what I mean? Like Oprah. Stedman knows his role. Like, look.
Right, he knows his role, and he fine with that because he still capitalizes off. Look. No problem. He don't need to be in the limelight. He don't need to. It's cool. Stedman is cool with that.
He don't give a shit. Look, Oprah, I'm gonna stay in this part of the house right here. You stay right there.
I mean, same thing is going on with the whole Kirk Frost situation. And
my God, yeah.
That ain't no different.
What is going on with that? Like, I know Rashida knows, but did she know prior to the show? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't even know if it's been announced yet. If the baby is his, and I don't even know if they have the DNA test yet.
They didn't. Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's been. I don't know if it hasn't been announced or if that's something that's supposed to be in the work of getting done. But I mean,
with that Kirk thing, I try to watch the show, and that's the only storyline that I actually watch for. But that's the only really storyline that I actually care about. Everybody else is like new, and I don't know.
See, that's what I don't really care for. Love and Hip Hop. I watched pretty much all of them from the very beginning.
Yeah,
and it's not necessarily because I like the show. It is entertainment for me, and it's more entertainment because I just like looking at how ignorant people can be.
Yes,
and I'm just like, oh my, it's fascinating how ignorant people with money can really be. Like, you got all this money and y'all still act like buffoons. It's ridiculous to me.
I love it.
So a lot of it is entertainment.
Shout out to Mona.
But with that Kirk situation, it's just like, man, you really, Kirk, like, how dumb are you for this? Like, and who's to say this is all true or not? Because for all we know, that really might not be his baby. But the problem is, you still got yourself in that position in the first place. Man. You still got yourself in that position, and now this girl was getting all this money from you. But then as soon as you started giving her the money, now she want to go ahead and make it. Oh yeah, that's Kirk's baby, and all this and yada yada yada. See, again, that's a possible come up. It's a come up to me. I hate how people want to use that whole of, they like I see these memes and you'll see these memes, and it was like it was pretty much saying how Rocka and Kirk and Mello and some of these other people were stupid because they cheated on like their girlfriends.
First of all, I'm never cheating on Tammy
who
at
was
all.
beautiful because of the fact of how beautiful that these ladies were.
Right.
And I hate that.
Granted, it is stupid to cheat, but I hate that notion that people think just because you're beautiful that means you shouldn't be cheated on, or not that you should, but that you can't be cheated on too. Because beauty don't mean
y'all
don't
think
have
people
shit to
who
do
are
with it.
beautiful don't have flaws?
Beautiful?
Yeah, beautiful. Because beautiful. I think I ain't even been drinking it. I'm talking like
because being beautiful has nothing to do with it. Because you could be beautiful and have a shitty ass personality.
Not saying that she got flaws, but it's to base everything off of somebody what looks like. Just like, oh, they're perfect. That's bullshit.
Anybody can get it. Anybody. Maybe even you.
We got an idolizer right sitting next to us, Mac too.
What are you talking about? I'm just
the crowd we're talking to about is this guy right here. He idolizes. He thinks because Tori or Tammy is so beautiful.
Tammy,
I'm sorry. Thinks because Tammy is thick with some curves that she ain't got no flaws.
She got
that
flaws.
He never cheat.
Yeah, I've seen it on the show. Is what I'm saying is I'm not cheating on her. I'm just saying I don't care what it is.
On anybody, period. I don't get you.
I don't cheat. So
if I'm with you might not necessarily be a 10,
right?
But I don't care if you was a 7, but I'm rocking with you because of just that connection that me and you have, that chemistry me and you have. So I'm rocking with you, and that's not by any means mean I'm gonna cheat on you because you was 7.
I'll break it off with you before I cheat.
So if I was dating a 10 or whatever, and I hate to use numbers to rate people, but this is what makes it easier for y'all to understand what I'm saying. But even if you was as bad as Tammy is, or anybody else, or Gabrielle Union, or Lala, or the case may be, that doesn't warrant because of the fact that you are just so fine, or whatever the case may be, or so thick that so I'm automatically going to just kiss the feet and worship the ground you walk on. Like, no, right. if you got fucked up ways, or whatever the case may be, then you got fucked up ways, and I'm gonna either be done with the situation or continue to deal with it.
Yeah.
And some people, instead of them just being done with the situation, or their way of continuing to deal with it is to step outside of their situation with that person. And that's how cheating really is. Cheating is like you like the person that you with, they got their flaws that you don't really care about, but you don't want to not be with them either, but you still want to satisfy your own needs outside of that.
Yeah.
And a lot of times some of the cheating is coming from, and this happens in marriages a lot, because once you get to a certain point, the sex dies down.
Yeah, I mean,
sex dies down. It's just like, or there's not enough time being made for each other.
That happens
like that. And I think that was one of the situations that Kurt was addressing. I think like in the next episode, he was just talking about, it was times where, he would touch her and then at night and she pretty much roll over and give him her back. And it's like, granted, if you have of course it's your choice. You can say you don't want to have sex. That's not what we're saying at all. So if you don't want to have sex, then of course you ain't got to want to have sex. But don't forget that you are married and your husband has needs too. So don't neglect those needs. And this is for your husband and for your wife. Don't neglect the needs.
So
and then you're gonna so pretty much
this brings up.
Don't hold out on sex from your husband. Your husband ain't had sex in like a week or two, and then think that he's not going to notice outside temptation, or he's not going to notice other fine ass women walking down the street. He ain't gonna want to look. He ain't gonna want to look, or he ain't gonna have that thought. Possibly have that thought of, damn, I wonder what that feels like. Like, I wonder what she can do.
I mean, guys, we think that anyway. That's.
Yeah, we do.
To be honest with you, women, and this might be against guy code, but fuck it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give it to you, guys. We sometimes we'll look at a woman and we gonna check it out, but sometimes we might think past that. But like, I wonder how would it be if I gave it to her. Not saying all guys think to that level, right, but we always look. We always gonna look. But sometimes a guy might take it even further just to fantasize. Not saying he gonna do it.
Right. You might do that. And I'll put it like this. If I'm in a relationship and I ever get to that point where I feel like I'm having them type of thoughts, then that means something got to change with the situation I'm in. So either I need to have a conversation with my girl, like, look, my needs need to be fulfilled a little bit more than what they are. And I'm only telling you this because I don't want our relationship to end. I don't want something to come in between our situations that could be negative. So I need you to understand
Right.
where I'm coming from and how I feel too. That there are certain things that I also need as well, and they're not necessarily sex only. It could be other things. Like I need more attention from you. I need more communication.
Listen, so there's a guy that I know from work. Shout out to Tim. He's gonna be like ecstatic when I break this stuff. I don't think.
Yeah.
Hey!
Y'all in the middle of it?
Yes!
No, we're not. No, we're wrapping up.
You want to jump in?
We're wrapping up.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Motherfuckers lost. I can't believe this shit. I made a bittersweet.
Rant. Just go ahead, man. Just
Some
keep.
bullshit, man.
Yeah.
What topic was y'all on?
Fantasizing about another woman.
Fantasizing about.
You know how you might look at a woman.
Don't jump in
You
this.
just look.
Yeah.
You're in a relationship and you look at her. But no, you're in a
I'm
relationship.
fantasizing about one woman. One.
No, just rant about the Bulls game because we just watched it ourselves. Just
I
now.
don't even want to talk about it, man. It's just,
Look.
it hurt, man. Them motherfuckers got
Rivers
close
in the bottom.
to lose again, man. Just to lose that lead. It was.
Yeah, we just watched the whole
man.
thing. We were trying to look for you, but
Yeah,
we
man.
didn't
I was
see
the light skinned dude. I had a red hoodie on.
Everybody had.
Everybody had a.
I know.
And they were light skinned.
I was sitting right. If you look close, I was sitting right behind somebody who had a Bulls jersey.
Oh, okay.
You got it. I'm glad you can pause live TV so you can look around.
I was in the middle of the story though.
Oh, my bad.
No, I didn't even get to it though. There's a guy at work. Shout out to Tim Matlack. He been wanting me to shout him out for the longest. He had told me about what happened to him last week. Last week he had text his wife. He has a wife. He texts his wife. He said, "Hey, how about a BJ later on today?" She texts him back. She's like, "Okay, but you got to put the kids to sleep and clean." I think she said clean the kitchen or some shit like that. She said clean something and then put the kids to sleep and then it's on later on. He's like, "Cool, done." He get home from work. He said, gets it done. Puts the kids to sleep. Before he put the kids to sleep, his little daughter, was messing with his beard. Just how you just mess with the beard a little bit, and he ended up falling asleep. Now, for one, that happens if you have a beard. I mean, that just puts you on. That just puts you to sleep. That's number one. It's actually the best way to go to sleep.
That was way off topic. That was way. Well, we don't even have beards. Well, I don't know. I got I don't got whatever.
You don't have a beard.
Shit.
But no, he falls asleep, right? So he didn't get the head, right? So tomorrow, the next day, he goes to work. He was like, "Yeah, I went to sleep, whatever, rain check, right?" And she was like, "Yeah." So he gets home, and as soon as he gets home, she was like, she gave him an attitude or whatever, and she didn't want to do it no more. And what he was telling me was he has to schedule this shit. Like, schedule it. She doesn't like doing it at all. So it's just more like, hey, I gotta coax her in a way. Mm-hmm. And text her because she won't do it if I don't say anything.
That's the problem.
Are they married?
Yeah, they're married. Yeah.
See, I couldn't marry somebody who doesn't like to give pleasure. Or it doesn't even have to be but you have to know that you have to do it. So, you ain't gotta like doing it, but you got to know that you're going to do it.
It was like, yeah, I mean...
especially when you're married and kids, you definitely have to schedule.
You do.
Scheduling sex is just like a part of it in general. It's just too many factors throughout the day that you got to get through.
I had to get that in my head. I'm like, wait,
so
scheduling?
You got to schedule it. You definitely got to schedule it. But however, if you have to ask for certain special things, which it shouldn't even be a special thing, you should be able to it should be something that you kind of get on not necessarily on a regular basis, but you kind of get it, every now and again.
On your birthday.
It's right. It's a little problem when you have to, it's a problem if a guy has to constantly ask for sex.
And
from his wife,
that's what he's saying. That's what he has to do, and that was pretty much his fight.
Unless y'all just two people that really don't have the sex drive like that, and it works for y'all, that's cool. But know who you dating or who you with. If you know your man or your girl has a high sex drive or needs to have sex at least a couple times a week, be prepared for that, and be prepared for it to be an issue if they constantly feel like they have to be the one to ask for it every single time. No guy is going to want to have to be the only one asking for sex throughout the relationship. Sometimes a guy is going to want to feel like you want it just as much as they do.
He said he feels like a creep. So most times,
because it is a creep. It does feel like a creep. You got to ask for it.
You got to ask for it.
See, that's why you get the understanding with your chick that you can take it while she sleep.
I'm just saying. I'm throwing out there. Some chick, I'm
Ladies
dead
and
ass.
gentlemen, welcome River.
Yeah, listen, no, I'm just dead ass.
The game.
Some chicks, you get that understanding. They be like, listen, you can take it while I'm asleep. Like, I don't even care. I just wake up. I'm dead ass. There's chicks out there like I'm dead ass.
It's definitely something that
let you take
definitely
it while they
accept
sleep.
that.
Yeah.
So you ain't got to
And
schedule
they actually
nothing.
like that more.
That's terrible. I'm not scheduling nothing. Like, if we to that point, damn it, why we have so many kids then? Why the fuck? Like, we should have talked about that beforehand, that kids would have led to, is this okay for you? No, 1 o'clock don't work for me. What about 1:15?
Yeah, that's what I was saying to him.
That's dumb. Just spontaneous. Hey, the kids watching Dora. Let's go behind
Absolutely. They got the iPhone, the
Give them
iPhone.
everything. Give them the tablet.
Give 'em a tablet.
Look,
Yeah,
we'll be right back.
with your
I'm going
kids,
to talk to you, Mom.
But with kids, most likely as parents, you can't leave your kids in the room without them wondering where the hell you are for after a certain period of time.
It depends on
Unless
how
they
engaged they are to
Unless
what
they older, right?
looking.
And it depends on how engaged they are. Because
Yeah.
you got some kids like they got to be in your sight at all times, or
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to be, or they got you got to know where they are because they might get into some shit. So you definitely got to have that understanding. But you got to plan it in some cases. It just depends on the kids, where you live. Like if y'all live together separately, or if y'all live with parents, like some married couples do, because just the economics and the time in this world, it's a little bit harder for everybody to live on their own. So it's got to work in your situation. So if you got to plan it, then plan it. But if that's how it works, then that's how it works. But at the same time, try to have some spontaneity, some spontaneity into it.
All right, I got you.
But also at the same time, make sure you not making your partner be the only one that's approaching about it or making hints about it.
Be spontaneous.
Talk dirty.
Talk dirty.
Let's be caught in traffic.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Just go ahead and just do it, man.
That's dangerous.
Just enjoy shit. If he can concentrate, listen, motherfuckers is texting. You ain't gonna tell me I can't get no head on the road.
Seriously,
Fuck
people
that.
are texting on the
people are
road.
texting. God damn, I'm getting these some road in. Fuck that.
Please, it's an amazing feeling. Please,
Be spontaneous.
You're a responsible
driver.
driver, damn it.
Wait a minute.
Only if you got a good man. Do it. I could be responsible.
He right. You know what? What was my mind? You right. Listen, guys, when you get your dick sucked, make sure you got the seatbelt on. That's
There
how
you go.
gotta
Right.
There you go. Make sure.
Seatbelt on all times. Hands on the steering wheel.
Make sure she got hands free
10
too.
into.
I wish I was at the beginning of this
my
podcast.
God.
Let me say something else. What
Look,
else I
Jesus
missed?
Christ, you missed a lot. But
I see, I did.
yeah, but Tim, I know you want to say something later on. This is an email that went into itself. I wasn't gonna mention it, but this is a personal friend of mine. He was at work and
He ain't getting no tongue food?
yeah, no man.
That you know him. That's why I'm saying, damn. So you got to look at him every day with the. You don't get no head.
I did that.
You
Yeah.
can't even share a story like, man, this nothing. Nah, don't worry about it.
Look, she don't like giving head, right? She don't talk dirty. And it's just more like because they have. I give them that they have 3 kids. The youngest being maybe a year.
Wait.
What's up?
Wait. This wasn't a problem on kid 1? Okay, I don't feel sorry for him no more.
I don't
feel sorry for him no more.
That's true.
Don't feel sorry for him
Right,
no more.
because if you got 3 kids,
If you got 3 kids, it ain't a problem.
It's still a problem.
What's the stretch? What's the stretch in years for the kids though? Because that can make a difference. Because just because they got 3 don't mean they ain't.
Let me tell you, I bet she just didn't stop. I guarantee you this was going on during kid 1. I guarantee you she just
it was good.
So that's what I'm saying.
Cool.
No,
It didn't stop because he even said he asked her for it and she said sure. So obviously that means that it's happened.
I'm talking about the having to ask. I mean, listen.
Oh, him having to ask.
It should have been addressed during the dating phase. Fuck kid 1. Listen, I'm telling you, I put everything on the table before because I like to know what I'm getting into.
People change. People change, especially when they get married.
That's right. Well,
that freak that you thought was a freak when y'all was dating, that should go out the window when y'all get married.
Well, that's when relationship status has changed. I don't know, man. You gotta just make some decisions.
That's true, but
getting
divorced ain't cheap. So that's why a lot of people don't do it now.
Yeah, that's why don't get married. Sorry. Sorry.
No, you good.
Sorry, not sorry. That's just.
No, you good. I just had to address
that's a topic
that.
for another episode because I got some opinions when it comes to getting married too, and my new outlook on marriage and.
Y'all just better make sure before y'all get long term with these people that they do everything y'all want them
That's
to do.
what I said.
Y'all better don't be timid. I'm telling you, don't try to find
some
out.
things you're gonna have to settle on though. You're not gonna be able to get everything.
Yes, but if you got a checklist you don't want to settle on the
What's important
check.
to you?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. You don't want to settle on that.
Right.
And I like options. So there's no way I can't have head. Like, I need that option. I need that option.
If you don't like it, then
I agree with that. You got to have that option. I'm not someone that really needs to have it every session or often, but I still want to be able to get it at least every once in a while too.
I shouldn't have to ask.
And I shouldn't have to ask.
I was in a relationship where I couldn't get fellatio, and it drove me crazy. I was in a relationship for a whole
it would drive you crazy
year, and it drove me crazy. I said, "Come on, just a little bit."
Just a little bit.
That definitely it'll definitely drive you crazy, especially because if you a guy and you love giving it,
right.
Without even having to ask you for it, you just do it because you love to do it, and Absolutely. You do it often. You can do it at any point of the day, at any moment, and then when you don't get that same type of you don't get that same effort back. Right. It definitely is like, damn. So why am I getting this person all this type of?
Yeah, that's true, man.
All this extra shit
because of love. Damn it, you love that person regardless.
She better start showing that little back.
Well, love ain't enough. Because obviously we see with all these celebrity divorces.
Yeah, man, that shit is. Yeah,
you still got to put work in. You got to put the same amount of work in you did when you got somebody.
Honestly,
to get somebody, you have to put the same amount of work in when you're dating them, when you're married to them, whatever the case may be. Don't let your game slow down because you feel like, well, I did everything I need to do to get the ring or to build the family, so I don't need to put no more effort into it. Yes, the fuck you do. You need to put more effort into it because you want to keep these other bitches or these other niggas from getting into your situation.
But they might get into it anyway.
And giving your spouse what they
look at Mayweather. He said he fucked T.I. wife, and T.I. didn't. You know what I'm saying? T.I. thought he was doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? Like when shit like that happen, it's just like, what can I do? Like what, bitch? I gave you a show with the kids and shit. Like damn, you got this nigga all on the internet talking about he hit you. Like
what do you do? What do you do?
What do you do? Look, damn.
If you give me your spouse everything they need in the bedroom, what does it take for the bedroom from now? Because there is more to it than that to keep somebody in a relationship, period. But I would say when it comes to the bedroom act of it, if you're giving your spouse everything they need for the most part, and you're giving it to them pretty often, they're not gonna have a desire to go get it from somewhere else. You will hope. It only happens when it's like that person is being deprived of sex on a regular or head on a regular or whatever case may be. It's only when that comes into play then it's like I want some outside temptation to come in.
When was the last time you spontaneously gave him head? Ladies, I'm just saying it. I'm just putting it out there. Just because not a lot of ladies do it spontaneously. Just out the blue. Just
listen. This is when you do it. This is when you do it. Wait till you playing Xbox and just come sit right next to him. He ain't gonna know. He ain't even playing. I guarantee he's not even gonna be playing.
He's playing 2K right now.
He's gonna be playing PS4, whatever he got.
He playing
Nintendo
2K.
Switch. Just sit right next to him. Unzip that thing. He gonna be kind of great. What's going on? But he live, so he can't stop his game. Then you just take that thing out. And
we live, baby. Yeah.
And hey, I guarantee he'll never forget that session ever.
Do it while he sleep. Shit, wake him up to some head.
Oh my god, yeah.
Do women do that? Do they do that at all?
Yeah. That happens.
I don't know.
I hope he ain't sleeping.
That'd
be all for nothing.
A light sleeper like me, I've woken up to it. That's pretty much cool.
Wake him up to some head.
Do that.
That'll
like
make his whole.
I swear to God, your relationship would be 10 times better. I swear to God.
Breakfast in bed, breakfast in bed.
Yeah,
you got to do something.
I feel that.
You got to do something.
Tim, I know this wasn't no email, but there you go. We gave you a lot of options. I don't know if your wife listens. I know she don't listen to it because I said your name, and she would be pissed off at me if
you ain't say the last name.
I know you didn't say his name. Morris.
Oh. Yeah, I really didn't. Oh my God! I think we should close it. I would just want to point out that I want to thank everybody who's been listening. I see everybody out here in Missouri who's been listening. Shout out to everybody in St. Louis. I see you, California, Wisconsin, Virginia, Indiana, Michigan. I see you, Ohio, and here we go. Everybody in Japan, all 5-6 of y'all. I see y'all. We international. I see France out there. Shout out to France, Germany, Romania. That's a new one.
Yeah, I saw that one earlier today.
We're in Romania too. Yeah, let's close it out right now. Max, go ahead and close us out right now.
All right, y'all. So we just want to go ahead and thank y'all supporters again. Let you know we back. We know we was off for a couple weeks, but we back at it. Expect to hear from us next week as well. Remember, if you have any more questions or anything you want to let us know about, you please send your emails over to askthepointpod at gmail.com.
gmail.com.
You can also find us on our website at thepointofitall.libsyn.com.
That's where it
Libsyn,
is.
which is LIBSYN. Also find us on iTunes. You can find us on our Facebook page, which is The Point of It All Pod.
Yep.
Twitter, TPOIA podcast. Also, we find us on Stitcher as well, Point of It All. And we're on Google Play, Point of It All.
That way.
If you take anything from this podcast tonight, take this. If you're getting fellatio on the road, be safe.
And don't make your man have to ask for it.
I didn't say everything I had to say. I just came in. I'm trying to give y'all quick tips on how not to lose your man to a side chick. I'm just saying. So just, do it with no hands. That's all I got to say. Do it with no hands.
Here we are. All right. See y'all.
Peace.